log on. I hope you are in your nice, comfortable, warm clothes. Got some socks on. Make sure you've got any of the props that you think you might need for the restorative practice. Grab yourself a blankie for at the end when we are in stillness and you might get cold. If you have bolsters or blocks or any yoga props at home, grab them, and if you don't, a couple of pillows will do just fine. So I felt called to share in this practice with you today because in my world it is day 2 of my moon cycle and I'm feeling very soft and cozy and just like I want to honor my body by doing some light stretching and doing some movement to connect me to the lower chakras in my body. So it doesn't matter if you are not bleeding in order to do this practice. It really does not matter. This restorative practice is also perfect if you want to do this before going to bed at night, helping yourself slow down after a busy day perhaps. Maybe if you're going about your day and you're finding that your mind is just racing and there's lots on your list and you just need to have a little break because nothing's getting done. That's what happens to me. When there's too much on my list, I end up doing nothing. But to do this practice, to get out of your head, into your body, slow down that mind, it can be used anytime. So whether you're watching live or not, please hashtag replay if you're watching the replay and enjoy this beautiful flow at any point. So grabbing all your things, we are going to start with our pillows or our bolsters, whatever you have. We're going to come to extended child's pose. So our big toes are touching. Our knees are going to open as wide as our yoga mat. And we're going to lay forward. Depending how deep you want your stretch today, you don't have to use pillows at all. You can go straight down into your extended child's pose, opening up your hips. Or you can bring one pillow in, or 2, and just allow yourself to fall over your cushions or your rolled up blankie, facing your head whichever way feels comfortable. We'll swap sides soon. But finding stillness now before we start. Close down your eyes. Connect to your breath. Giving yourself full permission to be in this present moment, to not be worrying about what's next, what's happening in the rest of our day, the things we're yet to do, how big our list is. That doesn't matter right here, right now. What matters is that we are giving ourselves this time to tap into our body, giving our mind a break. Turning your head over. Feel yourself just melting into the earth. Even though it might feel difficult to fully fill your lungs with air in this position, just breathe slowly and deeply and allow your ribcage to expand from your back, filling your lungs and your belly with air. And as you exhale, Feel yourself relaxing. Scanning through your body, focusing on all the joints, the tendons, the fascia, your muscles, feeling it all dissolving. Doing an audible sigh really helps my body feel like it is just melting even more. It's bringing awareness to the different parts in my body that are holding tension. So I want you to give it a go. Take a big inhale through the nose, filling your belly and your lungs. Exhale out through your mouth. Now you can either leave your pillows here to do the next side stretch, or you can take them away if you're feeling like you have stretched deep into that position. We are going to slowly walk our hands over to the left, feeling a beautiful side stretch down the back of our right shoulder blade. You can either lay your right cheek on the ground if you're wanting even more of a stretch, or just rest your forehead depending how your neck is feeling this morning. Remember to breathe each time you inhale and expand your lungs. You should feel that stretch deepening down the back of your right shoulder. Walking yourself back to the middle, and now over to the right hand side. Laying your left cheek to the ground if you're wanting to take the full stretch. And noticing that one side is always going to be tighter than the other. And just notice it. We're not here to judge or compare, but just to allow our body the space to slow down and connect. Inhale, bring yourself back up to center. Bringing your hands to the earth, pushing yourself up onto your knees. Allow your feet to stay where they are. Your big toes are touching, your knees are out wide. We're going to place our left hand on the mat directly below our chest, so it's in the middle of the mat. Our right hand is going to draw and trace a line up our left arm across our chest and open up to the right. If your neck is feeling okay, you can look up to your right fingers, or if that's too much, you can look to the ground or to the side wall. Just being gentle with ourselves, not trying to push. Take an inhale here, open your chest, and exhale, thread the needle, taking that right hand through under the left arm until your right shoulder is on the ground. So you don't want to be collapsing all your weight into your head here. Your shoulder is the one supporting you. Just find a gentle twist. Holding here for a breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rising back up, right hand to the sky once more. And exhale, plant it to the ground, swapping over. Right palm to the earth, directly underneath your chest, right in the middle. Inhale, trace your left fingers up the inside of your arm, across your chest, and open up to the left. Taking your gaze wherever feels best for your neck this morning. Inhale, opening up your chest. Exhale, thread your needle nice and slow. Remembering to breathe, finding the twist, the extent that your body is craving right now. Being gentle with yourself, relaxing your jaw and all the muscles in your face. Inhale, exhale, relax. Inhale, pushing your right hand into the earth, left hand up to the sky once more. And exhale, back to the ground. So now bringing your knees together, toes are still together. Allow your hips to fall backwards onto your ankles. Just find child's pose for 2 breaths, just giving our knees, our wrists and our shoulders a little break. You can rock side to side. Leave your hands out in front or swoop them down beside your ankles, forehead to the ground. Maybe massaging your brow if it reaches today. And inhale, bringing your hands back to the earth, fingers spread wide, pushing yourself up onto all fours, tabletop position. So making sure that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. We're going to inhale, drop our belly, cow pose, neck long, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, pushing away from the mat, rounding through the spine, cat pose. Now I just want you to follow your own breath here, doing this movement a couple more times, maybe even closing your eyes, fully connecting to the sensations in your body. Even invite in some movement, any kind of movement that feels good for your body right now. For me, my lower belly and my lower back is aching, so it feels nice to drop my belly and feel that skin stretch. It's not often that we really carve out the time to slow down and bring our awareness into different parts of our body. It's all about permission. We are the only ones that can give ourselves the permission to do anything. So it's a beautiful practice of listening to your body, asking it what it wants in this moment, and then gifting it to yourself. Beautiful. So tucking your toes under now, sitting back onto your ankles, just stretching out the back of your feet or the bottoms of your feet under your toes. It's not a stretch that we do very often. We're wearing shoes a lot. It's cold at the moment. So just stretching out your toes. Then we're going to push ourselves back onto our toes. Just finding a little balance here, curling up in a little ball. Remembering to breathe. And step your feet just slightly apart, about the width of your fist. We're going to send our hips up to the sky, dropping your heels to the ground, keeping bent knees, but coming to a nice gentle forward fold. So letting your head, neck and shoulders hang. Start to rise your hips up to the sky and find your forward fold. We're not locking our knees out here, but keeping a nice generous bend in our knees. And let yourself hang. You can rock side to side, bounce yourself up and down, feeling all of the top vertebrae in your spine lengthening. Giving space, creating space. Scan through your body. Are you clenching any muscles in your face or your jaw? Are your teeth shut tight? Let it all relax. Maybe even part your lips a little bit. Now placing your hands on the ground, walk your feet out a little bit more so that your toes are turned out about 45 degrees. And you are going to slowly and gently drop your hips back down to the ground, finding our yogic squat. So yours does not have to look like mine. If your heels are up and you are feeling really tight in your hips, bring your pillow or your rolled up blanket or your blocks and place them under your heels, giving yourself that extra lift. If it's still too tight, you can put another block or blanket underneath your bottom so you can feel what this is like. So wherever it feels most delicious for you today, with whatever is going on in your body, this full squat to me right now just feels so feminine and primal. You know, as we bleed as women, it is a shedding. We are releasing, and this position is such an organic and natural way for that process to happen. So I always love finding this position during my moon cycle, and different days it feels very different. Today it feels really nice and the stretch is perfect. Yesterday when I was doing it on the first day of my bleed, my hips were so tight and I just had to keep moving. I couldn't find stillness. And that's what my body was asking for, and that's what I was honoring in my body. So each day we are going to be different. Yoga is not going to look the same every day. That's why I try to teach not to strive for perfection, because every day we are different. Our capabilities are different. Make sure you're breathing here, sisters. We are going to move ourselves up and down from this position. So forward fold, back down to this squat about 3 times with our breath. So moving nice and slow. I want you to inhale, palms to the ground, send your hips up to the sky. And then exhale, dropping yourself down. Inhale, hips up to the sky. Exhale, dropping your hips down. Maybe you're finding if your hips were tight, as you do this movement, you will get closer and closer down to the ground. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Taking your hands over your legs, placing them on the ground behind your bottom, and gently let yourself sit down to the ground. Cross your legs. We're just going to take a basic twist. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand to the ground behind your tailbone. And twist yourself. We're not here to pull or overdo it today. But taking your head back around to look over your left shoulder to complete your twist. Allowing your chest to be open and receptive. Your shoulders are down, your neck is long. Inhale, hands back up to the sky. And exhale to the right. If your mind is wandering, that is definitely okay. Just bring your awareness and your focus back to your breath, back to your body. Inhale, arms up, one more time, both sides. To the left. Inhale up and to the right. I'm definitely one of those people where I've got lists all over the place. I'm constantly thinking of new things to add and things that I didn't do yesterday and I should be doing today. And so the awareness of that and observing that during my practices is so important for my mental clarity. Inhale, arms up. Not beating myself up when I catch myself in these thoughts. Exhale, hands to your knees. But just guiding my awareness back to my body. So bringing the soles of your feet together now. Coming into our butterfly pose. If your knees are really high and it hurts your hips, or it's too much to just let gravity take them, you can bring your pillows and place them underneath your knees. If you're finding that while you're sitting here in this position, you are rounding through your spine and you can't sit tall, raise your hips a little. When you raise your hips off the ground, the higher you raise your hips, the more you will be able to rock forward on your pelvis and have your straight back. So on a side angle, if you feel like you are like this and you can't quite sit tall, raise your hips up so that you can pop that tailbone out and have your flat back and sit tall. So whatever feels best for you, find your butterfly pose, sitting nice and tall, chest open. Receptive mode, sisters, taking in this beautiful time. Close down your eyes. Grab hold of your feet. Just give yourself a little massage, a little TLC. This incredible part of your body, these beautiful little feet carry the weight of us all day, every day, for our entire lives. Give them love, send them thanks, send them gratitude. You might want to just massage your calves as well. Oh, that feels so good. We are going to allow ourselves to fold forward over our legs. This is a big hip opening stretch. So again, if you feel like it's quite hard for you to lean forward, bring your pillows in front of you. This is a restorative practice. It's not about trying to be our most flexible today. But let yourself fall over your legs. This is an intense stretch regardless if you've got your pillows stacked up or not, because we are externally rotating from our hips. So for me today, my body is calling for a very deep stretch in this position. So I'm not going to use any pillows today, but find your position, your modification, whatever feels best for you. If you want to keep moving your body, make sure that it is nice and slow and conscious, not forcing anything today. Remember to breathe. Don't want to fold forward, you can always still sit up and keep massaging your feet, making sure that your back is nice and straight. Each time you breathe in, you are breathing in the positive, unconditional love energy from the earth, sending it to those points in your body that need a little bit of attention. And as you exhale, that energy has scooped up and scraped away all of the tension and stress and toxicity that might be stored in your body, and it is releasing out of you with your out breath. So visualize this healing and this clearing within your body, inhaling all the good stuff and allowing it to grip hold of and take with it out anything that is no longer serving your being. Visualizing this is such a powerful tool. Our body is so receptive to what our mind shows it, and we are in control of what we show it. So let's show it healing. One more inhale here. And exhale, nice and slowly rising yourself back up. Shooting your legs out long. Give them a gentle shake, or point your toes, roll your ankles. Bring your hands behind your back, bend your knees, and place your feet on the outside or the outside edge of your mat, your pinky toes splaying over the edge, and just windshield wiper your legs here. That was a big hip opening stretch. This will also give you a really nice upper glute massage. Beautiful. Coming down onto your backs now. Hands down by your hips. Knees up. Feet off the ground, shins parallel to the sky. We're going to drop our hips over, our knees over to the right. Just taking a nice side stretch. Twisting your lower back, just nice and gently. Releasing anything that was been holding your lower vertebrae. Inhale, take your knees back up to the center and over to the left. Remember to breathe, sisters. Back up to the center and let your feet fall, touching the earth. Now I want you to grab your pillows or your bolsters and stack them up so that they are nice and straight behind your hips. Bring your feet back to your butterfly position But of course you can modify this. If this is too much for you, we are going to lay back over our pillows, allowing our chest to open and our shoulders to fall back. If this is comfortable for you to leave your legs open like this as you lean back, please do that. If you just want to have your legs crossed, or it feels better to have your legs out straight in front of you, do what feels best for you right now. And then allow yourself to fall back over your pillows. Letting your shoulder blades fall down, connecting at your back, your shoulders melting into the earth. And your hands can be wherever they need to be, palms facing up by your side. You can have one hand on your heart, one on your lower belly, or like me, you might want to make the beautiful triangle shape over your womb space, sending healing energy to that part of you. If your blankie is close, you can cover yourself up. And we're going to stay in this position for a few moments. And if your back is just saying no to that position today, then find yourself a position that feels good. Fetal position, Shavasana, wherever feels best for you. And close down your eyes. For our last few moments together, we are going to fully commit to having this moment with our beautiful bodies. Being aware of how much this body does for you every single day. How it continues to function the best it can, no matter how you treat it. It is always working so hard to keep you healthy and alive. Our bodies do such amazing things for us. We are self-healing. Our internal organs are flushing out the toxicity. Our body releases what no longer serves it. It knows how to take nutrients from food and where to put the different parts of that into our body. It is such an incredible vessel, and we have been so blessed to be born into the female body for this lifetime. So taking a few moments now to yourself to think about what your body has done for you lately that is worth praising and celebrating. And it doesn't matter if it is a small thing or a large thing, it is still valid and it is still worthy of praise. So think now of these moments and give your body so much thankfulness and love. soul recognizes your soul. I honor the light, love, truth, beauty and kindness within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no difference and no distance between us. We are the same. We are united. We are one. Namaste, sisters. Watched this with me this morning, or whether you watch this in the future, I would love for you to let me know in the comments below what you used this practice for. Whether you used it to go to sleep, to wind yourself down, to help quieten your mind, whether you just needed some guidance to help you get out of your head and into your body. Maybe just like me, you are experiencing moontime symptoms of cramping or lethargy, or just feeling like you want to do some beautiful stretching and slow movement. So I'd love to hear what you use this video for, and each time you watch, please #replay, and I will see you all again very soon. Thank you, sisters, for sharing this morning with me.